Hi everybody, and thanks for checking out this video here on G4G Games for Gamers. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn, and now we're taking a look at the open/closed beta of a new game from Aeria Games called Dragomon Hunter. So let's jump in before this music just gets completely overwhelming over here. When you do start rolling with this game, you will find that it will be not full screen and everything will be loud. Which is typical of these games. What has been atypical is that the English has not been particularly bad. Surprisingly, I have not run into any English, and I have not seen any gold sellers spamming chat. As you can see here, it's actually been pretty quiet. So this reminds me a lot of like Eden Eternal, Dragon's Nest, also Dragon's Prophet, and as a lot of people will tell you, obviously, Monster Hunter. I can't really speak on that as I only played a little bit of a, I think it was a PSP Monster Hunter, but my girlfriend really likes her Monster Hunter on her 3DS XL. She plays that a lot. She's pretty familiar with the series. I'm not. Apparently a mountain. So what's kind of cool is you do not have auto-pathing in this game, but you do have a Dead Space style line that pops up that shows you where to go. You have your character screen over here, and by the way, you can hide these. Like this, I'm going to hide because I have none of that unlocked. You can distribute points in attack, penetration, defense, hit points, and crit. I am playing as the cleric. So it looks like I have, similar to these other games, these prefix and suffix titles that do different things. Your backpack is over here. Here are your older items. It pretty much auto-equips the good ones when you get them. It says, hey, you just got a new sword, do you want to equip it? And I have my first mount, which kind of looks like a very tiny chibi chocobo. Their quest log is over here. The character creation is pretty standard. It's got a reasonable amount of customization. Not too much. It looks like when I'm on the mount I cannot jump. There is WASD movement. There is also arrow key movement, but it does... it's not that good with the bindings. I cannot bind anything to the mouse. From World of Warcraft, I tend to like to have auto run as a mouse button, and I have jump as a mouse button, and unfortunately it doesn't let me do that. So now I have new boots. It's going to say, hey, you got these new boots, do you want to equip them? So we'll say yes, it automatically does it for us. So yeah, the language in this is surprisingly very, very good.
You got a new formula? Awesome!
Talk to Selena, Harris or Selena, open the crafting interface. Alright, so we're all humping this guy.
I'll make the gear.
So we're crafting what looks like a weapon. It's not allowing us to change it, so alright, we'll just click craft. And we've made a spiked hunter's hammer. Does seem to be considerably better than what I'm using. So a right click should... Yep. Okay, so that's now equipped. Let's see how bad this... Woo! God, look at that. Huge. Alright, so talk to Seer Delphina to complete your quest. So we step out, we look at the little sparkles. If this game was moddable, I would totally put in the Dead Space wink 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 whenever you do the guide. Soy Dolce, como la what the? Whoa, what? Stop right click. I'm trying to move the mouse. Alex Ortega, you've been reported. Just look at the chat over here, but I don't see what was the report about.
This weather is truly a blessing.
Oh, the voice volume is loud again. Alright, so I have a combat mission again, but before we get over to that, here is your UI and everything. You have normal, medium, and high. Hitting high just changes a whole bunch of things, just jacks all that up, and sets some things down here. Under system, I'm going to lower the voice, lower the music volume again. You can do gamepad mode and something called crosshair mode, and control the crosshair with your mouse. Here's gameplay items. There does not seem to be anything... Oh, there's my left click attack. I've been waiting for this. I would walk up to things and it forced me to use abilities to engage combat. But apparently you have to turn on what I think is a common ability to just left click to engage combat with an auto attack. And here's your key config. Face target roll. So unfortunately you can't use any mouse buttons like here. I would love to mouse button a roll, but I can't. And here is my little companion. He is called Flopsy. And he is this little Dragomon companion thing over here. Let me set up some stats. Yes, confirm. So there's my equipment and everything. This is the first time I'll be going out with him. He does have combat skills. I've been blessed. He has a swirling chop. He has a fury spiral. I can apparently gift him things, but I haven't run into them yet. So, I automatically mounted up when I clicked the guide, so I oh, we're not using the copter to get out. We are... Where are we going? This bulletin board?
Don't push yourself too hard. Take it one step at a time.
Am I supposed to go out here, maybe? Whoop, whoop, whoa, almost fell into the... Go to Crescent Beach. Ah, there we go. It's going on the bridge. Okay. So basically, I mean, Aeria Games is pretty much like if it's playable and it's chibi, it's gonna be produced by this company. I mean, they are the kings of the chibiness games, or the anime style games. But I am really, really happy I've discovered I can arrow key move and I can click to attacks. I can hit R to roll, or I can go ahead and hit a double directional. I'm sure that's probably going to become a mount for me when I defeat it. But let's warm up on some of these flying walrusers. So there's my little companion getting in. Left clicking is just gonna follow him until maybe I can... Ah. Maybe hit one of these guys that isn't running away. So left click, okay, well, interesting. Anti-botting check, very nice. My first treasure chest that I've gotten. So let's see, left click does not really, can't really tell which ability it's using. And I think there is a bit of a hidden combo system in here that they sort of don't tell you about. Let's see if we can catch it in action before the boss. So that was basically a 1-1-2-3. And let's fight this crab. And we'll dodge out. Finally had a bit of a ranged attack that I could do while I was doing that. Defeat strong Dragomon for a chance of obtaining powerful combat mounts. So this is where it begins to get some resemblance to Dragon Prophet. Oh, okay. Apparently we're fighting. Even though it thinks the quest is done. So there it is. Basically the game wants me to warp back to town, as you can see here. But you have a long time to still run around. And I've seen this before. I've seen notes over some creatures' heads. I'm not really too sure what this denotes. I mean, are they maybe chowing down on this dead thing? This guy has some kind of a thing over him too. Is that the notes? Yeah, that's kind of the notes. So I don't know what this means, really. He doesn't even seem to want to get into a fight with me over here. Seems like the mounts don't have an auto attack. They just have ability-based attack. So let's warp out. And, yeah, there's somebody on one of those mounts. I wonder if it gave it to me or not. Let's... So that's pretty cool. If you, I like how it mounts you when you click on somebody. It's cool that it doesn't have the auto-pathing, which is kind of a refreshing change. You often see a lot of these kinds of games. You just click and it runs you everywhere. It runs you to the mob, it runs you to the turn-in. Warp failed. Please re-enter the portal. Huh.
Perhaps I could be of assistance?
More stats. Let's go a little bit of hit points. In my backpack I've got stuff. Damage to Beastamon. Talk to Master Craftsman Elysium to transform your Dragocyte. Old stuff, old stuff. Not really seeing any representation of that Dragomon that I picked up, but I have a new ability, so I finally have a heal. As you can see, it auto slots it, so the game pretty much does a lot of stuff for you. Craft. doesn't... I don't know that I can craft it right now. Oh. No, can't craft it right now. Okay. Hunter Archive. Companions. So, I forgot what it is that I just fought. That one. So I wonder if that's a case where it could have dropped it and I just didn't get it. Or maybe I'm not supposed to have any of it. Which is kind of weird, but it gave me a 0%. It hasn't said that I've done anything. Well, there is Dragomon Hunter in a nutshell, the beginning of it and everything like that. Rankings, yeah. Don't seem to have any indication that the thing turned into a mount for me. I wonder if I can find the level of somebody else that might have been riding one of those. Let's see, there's one. He's 17, he's 18. Yeah, maybe just wasn't destined to have it yet. Can't really tell. Because I do know this is a, you know, it's a drop-based game. You kill something, maybe it drops what you want, maybe it doesn't. You know, like WoW, loot tables and whatnot. But as you can see, varieties of mounts. There's one of those walrus guys. There's a platypus lizard. That one looks pretty cool. The one that Tarantula's riding. River otter with a ball tail. Chocobos. So yeah, it does bear a lot of resemblances to Dragon Prophet. You know, Dragon Prophet, you went out and you killed dragons and you had the ability to tame them. This one, you have the ability to mount them, and I guess you have them as combat mounts like we saw out there in the field. So it could be a interesting little game. As I said right now, it is in a closed open beta. Basically, they sent out keys and then they said, okay, the closed beta, you don't need keys anymore, but then technically you're calling that an open beta. So, not really too sure how that works, but you can always go over to Aeria Games website, and I'll put a link up in the description to it. If you have the Aeria Games launcher, which is like Steam or the Origin launcher, it'll be there under upcoming games, and it's probably going to be pretty fun if you're looking for a free-to-play game. If you're one of those collector types, Pokemon types, Digimon, Monster Hunter type people, you're probably going to like this game. Dragon's Prophet officially said that they are now closed in the United States. So if you are looking for a collection-style game where collections mean something, Dragon's Prophet's not going to be available to you anymore. And, this will be the game for you. I last played Dragon's Prophet 2 summers ago. Didn't do it last summer. Was it last summer that I did it? Last summer was Wildstar. Let's see. Last summer 2014, before Warlords was out. No, it was 2013, because it was towards the beginning of... Yeah. It was 2013 when I was doing Dragon's Prophet, and I just actually happened to look them up recently to see what they were doing, and they're dead in the States. I guess it didn't go over well, which is kind of a shame. It was a unique concept, and I thought they had something really, really fun to go out, hunt the dragons, get them, use their abilities, use them as mounts and combat pets, and... but it looks like Dragomon Hunter is your replacement now. So, enjoy the video, everybody. And if I do get a little further in the game and get some new sexy things, I'll do a follow-up video to it. Have fun, everybody.